Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Boo. Y'all, no, I don't know how to do lives. So, thank you for the birthday wishes. I had a great birthday. Hi, guys. I changed my office around so I don't have a real setup. And you guys know Laverne is the queen of lives. So, I need her to come in and show me what to do. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, Rach. I'm just waiting on my girl to come in. Hey, y'all. I got all my notes together. We're going to be talking to Laverne. Let me see if I can. We'll wait till everybody comes in. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Hey, Boo. We're just waiting on Laverne. I see my Hawaii crew is in here. Can you guys hear me? Let me see. Thumbs up if you can hear me. My AC is blasting. Can you hear me, guys? Can you hear me? Okay, cool. Thanks. I'm just waiting for Laverne to get in. I'm wearing her yarn, of course. Rach, this is your yarn. Fly dye. Okay, y'all can hear me? Okay. Good morning. Good morning. I am just waiting for Laverne. She just texted me. I have to figure out how to... Please tell me I have the up-to-date version of this or I'm going to die. Okay, she's getting tea. Okay, Laverne, hurry up. Show me what to do because you know I don't know how to do this. Thanks, Boo. You see I got that tan going on. That Hawaii tan I just noticed is still here. Thanks, Boo. We're just waiting for Laverne. She's grabbing her tea. And we're going to get started. I'm still dreaming about Hawaii. Oh, Lynette, I did a little Hawaii tribute to our trip. And I went to hang it on the wall and it fell down. But this is like all the places we went to in Hawaii. We had the absolute best time. Oh, Lynette, I stole this off the door at the Halikoa. Oops. Hope they're not watching. Funny. Funny. Anyways, so... Oh, here she is. Let's see. Please. Is it working?
Good morning.
Hi. Can you guys see? It's like, okay. Is this a good view for me?
Yes. Oh,
Okay.
what is that in the background? I haven't seen that.
I'm showing my office, so I needed like a pop of color.
Yeah.
Because, my daughter's room was here. And remember, my office next door. So
I saw that post. I was like, wait. So I was trying to picture the house, and I'm like, wait a minute, which room? Okay. Okay.
You walked to the stairs, you went right into my office.
Right.
But her room has more light.
Okay.
A huge walk-in closet. And I'm like, I'm taking her room because she wants to be.
Oh, it has the bigger closet. That's right.
It has a walk-in closet.
Yeah.
So I'll later. I mean, you can kind of see. Let me see. I don't even know how to.
Yeah, because you had that other closet kind of full.
Yeah. So she has two
it.
windows.
Yeah.
And this was fitting better. And then look at the full.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
I had room for like all my furniture and everything. And then her room, she's grown. She doesn't want to be here anymore. So that's her room looking. So this is like a guest suite. So whoever wants to come and stay with me.
Yep.
This is
the guest / kids room.
The guest, yes.
Love it. Okay.
Anyways, how are you?
I'm good. I'm up and rolling. Yeah, just good. It's been an interesting week, but I'm here. It's Saturday and I'm ready for whatever.
So everyone's going to be sending us messages below, I'm sure, but those messages disappear. So I would like for people to leave their questions and comments on the replay so that they will actually save. You know what I'm saying? And we can see them. Is that true, or I'm just making that up?
No, you're right. But then you can also, at the bottom is the little question bubble. So if they put their question in the little question bubble, it'll give you a little red dot and then you can show it on the screen and answer it. I can't remember if those save or not. I don't think those save.
So like when you get more comments if they do it on your post that you replay, and you'll have all your activity there. And then the people who couldn't come this morning, they can see all the action there, right?
That's why I make sure to try to read as many of the comments out loud as I can, because like you said, they don't show.
Right,
so
right. And I always think the opposite, you know, because me and you're brainstormers, we always do that. I think if I missed the live, I want to know what, I guess you're okay, I see what you're saying. You're saying about.
So I'm coming to stand in that beautiful room, Channy. Yes. So I try to read them out loud if I don't miss them, or I'll scroll back, and that way you can kind of hear them.
But see, I like for the conversation to keep going and not you keep getting interrupted. So I'm like, don't interrupt the conversation, just keep talking. I know Roz is rubbing off on me. The honesty in Roz is rubbing off on me. So
that's great.
If we do see the comments casually, we can say it, but I'd rather just to keep the conversation flowing, and you guys can ask us later. That's just Channy's way, because I want her to keep talking and get in her groove, and not, because when you're reading and trying to talk, and you're like, so hey girl, so we're going to the thing. Oh, so-and-so.
Oh yeah, you know that's me all day long.
I know.
Squirrel.
So I don't want to interrupt you. I want you to relax. This is Channy's Instagram. So we're just going to let you talk, and you don't have to worry about all that, because I want to know what's going on with you.
Okay.
We are mid-year 2023. We had big birthdays recently.
Yes, happy birthday.
And I just want to know what's going on with you. Like, I have notes, but I know I'm not going to.
Oh, shucks. Y'all, listen, y'all get ready, because your girl up there, she will call me and say, okay, I've been thinking about this, and she's taking notes, and I'm like, okay, let's make it happen. What are we doing? I love it.
You're like my sounding board, because first of all, you're very smart and intelligent. You both come from the corporate world, so we do kind of have similar business brains that we're trying to meld to the craft world and the creative side. So we kind of try to join those things together. And you always help me just rethink everything, because we get set in our ways and we get comfortable, and we like decide we're going to do it this way all the time. And sometimes you need to switch it up and you need to change it up.
Yeah. And vice versa. Like, you do the same for me. I love the fact that as a community, we've got, like you said, we kind of think a lot alike in a lot of ways, but there's enough of a difference that we can still help each other kind of tweak some things. So, like, for example, you're responsible for me getting ready for DFW, because you were like, go ahead and apply. I'm like, I missed the deadline. Apply anyway.
I said, do it anyway. And then I emailed her and said, hey, can you squeeze her in? Blah, blah, blah. Little did I know she showed up at, what's the show I went to? The spinning conference. I said,
Flyaway?
Yeah, Flyaway. She's like, we got Laverne. I was like, do y'all got me? Like, is she coming without me? Like, do I have a spot? Hello? Like, let me show it to you. I'm like, how does she know? Can I come with her? Like, do y'all have a spot for me?
Good.
But I saw a little sneak peek of some stuff, so we're all good.
Yes, we are. We are.
Talk about that. What else do you have for the remaining 6 months of this
year? So before DFW, I need to, okay, first of all, collaborating with you for your holiday box.
Yes.
And then I've got to get my holiday set together. I already have my theme. I just haven't rolled it out yet because, one, I didn't want us to overlap. And two, I still have to check in with some folks. So that'll be coming. And then DFW, that's in September. And then in October is SAF, Southeast Animal Fiber Fair Festival.
Asheville, right?
Yes, in North Carolina. That one is close, so I'm excited.
Area, beautiful area.
Yeah, and those are the only things that I have planned right now.
Right.
A couple of patterns, will be coming out here and there, either featuring my yarn. I have one that I'll be releasing towards September. So yeah.
Well, I'm going to surprise you because I have another collab I thought of. Well,
let me get
in Hawaii. First, I'm going to give a shout out. First, everybody, we're going to take a break and say hello to everybody who just came in. Yes. And Gwen made these earrings for me. The shout out. I think she gave them to me Christmas, like a little snowflake.
I love them.
And so I don't wear them enough. So I want to shout her.
Mm-hmm.
A break. Show me how I can pin you at the top.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, this is it. This is the way it goes. You're the hostess with the mostest.
Okay. So I was thinking about an embroidery type of kit I wanted to do with you. So like you get kind of like the little felt thing, but felt, not the normal embroidery thing that you guys do.
Oh, okay.
So,
all right.
Blue embroidery hoops. I don't know the diameter of them. They're very, very small. So you kind of get like a blue embroidery hoop. You get the felt, figure out some kind of pattern, all of your embroidery yarn, and it's all on my phone, which I'm using right now. And I have a really strong, I've been playing with needle minders with my enamel pin designs. So I found a super strong needle minder, mag type. So I think we should do that. That's just something I came up with. So maybe we can do it all.
I love it. I'm down for sure.
But something you said in your last live, you were talking about the state of Advents and the state of clubs and how the numbers have gone down.
Yeah.
And I know for my Advent last year, you have a goal, right? You set goals. Like I said, I would like to sell 25. Then I was like, okay, Chanel, dream bigger. So I said, I would like to sell 50.
Yeah.
Like, how do you set your goals? And then when you don't make those goals, how does it affect the next year?
Yeah. Yeah. So we have had that conversation about kits and whatnot. And I think that the market right now, I don't know. Is it inflation? I think maybe like folks aren't buying as many kits and, boxes as usual from what I see or what I've heard from others as well. I still like the holiday box thing. I still like, I have fun putting that together.
Right.
And so I think I'll always kind of offer that.
Yeah.
And if it's, 10 people or 2 people,
right,
they're going to have fun. I just would hope it's more than 2.
Because, I was trying to scale back on what I did this year because you like to do all the things. And plus, people are now starting to, I need to save my money for life and get out of the house. Because I sort of think of the reason why I started the retreats is because they were too expensive. I couldn't afford them. Yeah. I wanted to put together a retreat that was $200. You pay your own hotel. that's how all these things come about. I started my business because I couldn't afford hand-dyed yarn. I don't know if I ever told you that. So I started creating a barter because I took classes in bartering.
Yeah.
So you have to offer somebody something to get something back if you can't give them cash.
Okay.
So I'm so I can say, hey, I wanted to shop at the yarn stores, couldn't afford it. So I was like, hey, if I give you guys 10 pins, can y'all give me some yarn?
Yeah.
Like that. So then even with whatever I do, if I want it, if I can't afford it, I'm gonna figure out how to do it. So I wanted to go on a retreat, couldn't afford these $2,000 retreats they have. Let me do my own on a smaller scale.
Right.
Now, if I can't afford yarns from all these dyers, well, let me put together a tribute to dyers. I can get all their yarn to mini, because I'm gonna get one free. And we can all sample all these dyers that we love but can't afford maybe a full scheme.
Yeah. No, I didn't know that's why you started. I do love that idea because you and I did that most recently and that worked out beautifully.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think the good thing about that is like the trust, right? You have to trust that you're not trying to game somebody. They're not trying to game you. Like it's an even swap and it works out.
Right.
But I didn't know that's why you started doing to get some yarn.
Because first I said, at the time, this is like 4 years now almost. Mm-hmm. My mom has passed away. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, okay, I had only Michael's yarn at home that I just went and bought because I was like, I'm gonna crochet to make her happy when she was still alive. I'm like, okay, what is all this hand-dyed stuff people talking about? They don't have it at Michael's. Like, how am I gonna get this? And you see the price. And the prices are going up now. So that's also something to consider when you want to collaborate. So do you keep your boxes?
No, I don't plan to raise the cost of my box this year. I worked out a spreadsheet with Tanita's help. We kind of plotted and planned. So I took how much I wanted to charge, for the box, how many days, and I divided up, what the retail cost was for that day, then what the profit was, and then I figured out how much I had available for cost of goods for that day. So I put in the cost.
Just listen, how smart you are.
So I put that okay, so I knew day one, I have X amount, that I can spend, for the item. So first let's put the cost of the yarn in there. And then that's how much I had left for the notions or other things. Right. And so that's kind of how I planned mine. And I plan to do the same thing this year too. So yeah.
For the dyer box, I get that. First I reached out to them to see if their prices had gone up. And they had, but because they were so kind, they were offering me a break. Because I make money from the retreats. I don't make money from the kits. I don't make money from the pen club. But on the back end, if I sell my leftovers at a full price, then I can recoup some of that money.
Yeah.
So I'm not as savvy as you are with the spreadsheets, but I kind of write in my mind how much everything's cost, how much I'm going to make, and what can I do instead of raising my prices to you guys. How can parlay this into a kit or something else that I can make money on the back end a few months later.
Yeah. It is tough. It's a tight balance because our expenses and our cost of goods are going up, but to keep our audience and to keep our clients happy, you want to find that nice balance. Right. So
you still want to sell some of them, but you don't want to. Although the prices are going up, and we're talking about just on general things like the box you have to put it in, the tissue, the packaging. I can't even find. You remember those plastic sleeves?
I look because I'm like, I owe you sleeves. They're not bad.
So guess what I did? I got a solution. Oh no, because now you're gonna go buy them all. Let me see. Y'all,
I'm gonna buy them all. I'm gonna buy and send you what I owe you.
So
okay, I saw those.
Wait, I was buying these if you just order these, and then I was buying these little things from my retail shops. It's just a little tag, right? So when these sold out, I can't find them because I used to get 500 to 1,000 at a time. You can't find them anywhere. So I started buying these that have it already incorporated.
Okay.
And I just bought 1,000 of these.
Yep.
Show you how to get these, but it already has the hook to hang.
Yeah. Send it because I owe you some, so that way I can send you what I.
That, but if you need some.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Postage
okay. So
cost is going up. Yep. Somebody was saying postage cost is going up. Yeah. All of the expenses.
yes, postage.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't going to bring the pen club back because the first year I had maybe 82 people and I offered free shipping.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that was crazy every month doing that. So then I brought it back the next year and I tried to incorporate, I raised it a few dollars to try to incorporate the shipping. Mm-hmm. So then I was like, I'm not going to do it for 2 years. Didn't do the pen club. Everyone's asking for the pen club.
Yeah.
So I've already mapped out the club. I am going to bring it back.
Oh.
So I am going to factor in the shipping at a discounted price that I can get from USPS.
Okay.
So the pen club is back. It's called the Pen Stars. I already have the artwork, and you need to be a pen star. So that's something.
You know that. I'm looking now like, where's my Channy bag? Listen, my bag is so heavy.
Because first year I had 80 people. Oh yeah. And you have the first retreat bag. That's the very first retreat bag that this lady hand sewed for me.
So this is the 2 years of Pen Club.
Yes. And the 2 years retreat cards you got.
Retreat card.
I love you so much.
And the pen to go with the retreat because, they got side by side. They got to match.
They got to match. You got your lanyards. You got everything.
Thanks.
Thanks, Kristen.
My hotel keys. And then back is my attempt to collect all of your pens.
Yes, I am. I love it. I'm
missing some, but was that Lynette and I that were counting up? I don't know.
Cheryl, where you at? Cheryl beat y'all.
Oh, Cheryl. Did she beat me?
When?
Are we sure?
I'm saying. It's between Cheryl, Gwen, you. I'll say 3.
Yeah, maybe. She might have won. No, we'll see.
Defending her title. Cheryl, you hear her, right? Defending her title.
Yeah.
Bring back the pen club.
Okay.
Fall because I'm doing more than just pens now because I told you I found the needle minders. Yeah. I'm doing shawl pens. I have a shawl pen that was just designed for me because Roz was looking for a shawl pen. So I have these long stem shawl pens that I'm doing. So the pen club is more than just pens. So it's totally revamped this year.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do that.
No.
Because I'm saying the first year I had 82 people. The second year I had 52. Okay. And then the last time I was going to sign up, maybe 25 people.
Okay.
So like you said, saturation, giving people a break.
Yeah.
How many pens can you actually have?
All of them.
But then switching it up and adding in a tote or a banner or a card or hanging, like in the clubs, I try to give you something to hang your stuff on. Just changing up, not getting rid of all the pens, but just for the 12 months, you may get 4 pens, 3 shawl pens, 3 magnets, a tote, a t-shirt.
I like that.
I'm saying, so you get different stuff.
I like
with
that.
My pen design.
Yeah, no, I love that. I love that idea because
hey, Roz.
She shawl pen. Yes. No, I love that. That'll be beautiful with her new design. So I like that. Yeah, because I like the extras,
yeah. Because I feel guilty. Do you ever have that where you feel guilty that you're not giving them enough, even though you discounted it and you didn't raise your prices? Do you have that?
Because I think part of our love languages are giving. Like we love giving and sharing stuff. So, we have to be aware of that as business owners because we can't give away the whole shop.
Yes, you're right.
It can be tough because for me, with the clubs, I'm struggling with timing, right? I'm struggling with timing because I am behind on getting clubs out. You had a great system for that.
What do you mean? You get the stuff in or when you can actually package it up?
When I dye it, package it, and sell it, right? Because I've been doing it based on like my inspiration. Like it's May and the flowers are in bloom and I'm feeling this and da, da, da. And so then that's the colors that you get. As opposed to like dyeing up all 12 months in January.
Right.
That's not.
First of all, your work is more labor
Yeah.
intensive than my work.
Yes.
Yeah, Rachel, you're right. We are givers. We have that giver mentality. We want to give. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So you can't be too hard on yourself because you're actually doing a lot of dyeing. And remember, I came to your house and you were like, do you want to dye? I'm like, I'm done. This is too much. I can't put this water in here and put this solution in here. No, done.
I know. I was trying to get Channy to.
No.
I was trying to get her to come up with her own custom colorway, and she was like, no. I want to do it, you can do it, but I'm not doing it. You know what? You're good for that. Even at your old retreat, you were like, okay, well, I sold 2 pieces. Let me just go encourage everybody else.
The retreat is for y'all. I don't want to take the classes, okay? I don't want to sit there and stitch and do any of that stuff.
Yeah.
Y'all know I'm a class student. I don't want to do it. That's what I'm saying. Your work is labor intensive. So you will have to just plan ahead more because you're doing way more work than I. So you can't compare us because my thing is timing and getting products in. Your things is actually using your hands, creating colors, name. So the only thing you can do, first of all, you can't rush your creativity because you may get a color, 6 months in. No, but you could plan half of it.
So someone just made a comment. I know but this is perfect. So that gal Jill said plan June of 24 now. Yep. And that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, Cheryl and Roz are saying they need their custom colors.
Okay, absolutely. I know. Okay, so yes, I know.
You have to plan, like I can plan my whole year of a pen club, my whole year of an advent. I can plan everything, the artwork, everything last year. Then if someone copies the idea or if I see it somewhere, I can change that 1 month. Or if something more relevant comes out and I need to change a month, I can change that month. But my core, at least 8 to 10 things are already planned. And then if you have creativity and want to change one thing, you can change 1 month, but you have so much to back up and waiting, But then also you have to buy all that blank yarn ahead of time, right? If you want to plan. So it's different.
Yeah, but I'm behind and I don't like being behind. And so I have to think through that because, right, you and I were talking and I was like, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do the yarn clubs next year because one, I know it's because I'm behind and they don't come in a timely fashion. Like I get that, totally get that. But then also the cost, I went from having, I want to say 20 people buying the embroidery thread club to 4.
So you buy all the stuff ahead of time and then you only sell 4. You buy it, you dye it, and then you only sell 4.
Yeah, well, like I've got all of the embroidery threads. Like I have 50 million of them over here, because at the beginning of the year, I was like, okay, let me go ahead and get some so I don't run into supply chain issues. And, because again, I ran out of.
You're saying you bought a lot of blank ones ahead of time?
Right. Which is fine.
What do you call it?
Huh?
What do you call the undyed ones?
Just undyed threads, undyed yarn. And, and they'll sell, like they'll go, but they're not going to be used for the club. So that's why you're seeing a little bit more with the embroidery threads because one, people were gravitating towards them at the show. And then 2, it's a little easier to just kind of pop something up. Like for Juneteenth, I have the little Juneteenth kit that you get. So I don't know.
And then you have extra for a show that comes up or pop up. So you'll have that. And then you can sell on the back end. So you're ahead of the game with that. Yeah. And do a collab. And then you find people to collab with it on to sell it. So you're making money on the back end. Don't worry about selling 2 for the club. You're going to sell some at the show, some at a kit, some in a collab.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
We'll get it. Okay. What else? What else you want to talk about? Let's see.
I,
Advent.
I'm the guest. Look.
Price. I had price increases.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. What else I want to talk to you about? Are you going to do more shows next year? Are you going to try to make that a part of your
so
intro?
I like it. I really like doing shows. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of expense, but I think that the more I do and people get used to me being there and they know that cotton yarn and tinsel is going to be there, I believe that will pick up. Like I've had a couple people who were like, you are coming back to Maryland Sheep and Wool next year, right? Like you're coming back, right? So I do like doing the shows. It's just a matter of refining, the process. I do that each time. Looking at expense reduction and like what shows will be good.
I was going to say, do you like to do repeat shows? Do you think you'll want to do the same shows twice? Whereas I don't want to do the same shows twice. And I really don't want to do East Coast shows because I feel like that's my audience already.
Mm-hmm.
I like to do things out and away from the East Coast. So that's why I go to like all these weird places. You know what I'm saying?
Your products travel a lot easier. You can put a roll, girl. I got to load up that daggone truck. So
I ship my stuff, which is crazy. Shipping my stuff is scary.
Yeah.
Shipping 4 to 5 boxes. I mean,
did you get the air tags though? Did you need to get the air tags? That's worth the expense. It for me, it was worth the expense to, if I'm like, oh my God, where are my boxes? I could just swipe up on my phone and I could see the little air tag sitting in New Jersey. Like, okay, I know it's at the FedEx. It's in this corner of the FedEx building in New Jersey. Like literally, it was like, it's in this corner. And then 2 days later, it was like on the other end. I was like, oh, it must be getting ready to go in the box.
Thank God.
So
somebody said that one of the things about getting clubs and stuff is that how are you going to use all the stuff? So if you're in a yarn club, you get all these yarn. How are you going to use all these minis?
Then what?
So
right.
You have a whole closet full of minis and stuff. So that's why it's good. Pair up with somebody.
A designer. Mm-hmm.
And give them 4 or 5 options. Like I've been trying to give people a pattern on how to do it. A simple thing that they feel like they can do.
Yes.
Because sometimes you get stuff in the pattern is so complicated.
Right.
It. But give them simple things you can just do with all. Oh, I saw one thing this girl did of all your minis, the scarf.
Yes, Sheila, girl, I was almost in tears.
I was floored.
But it was beautiful. I was like, that's a great way to use them. And then Mama Gwen made a hat. And like, you can always do different things with them, but it's stepping outside of your box for that creativity. Like, don't get discouraged if you can't necessarily do the pattern. Maybe hold on to it. Something else will.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And try to offer a knit pattern and a crochet pattern.
Mm-hmm.
Into both and a stitch pattern. Like if I was in an embroidery club, I would like just a little stitch pattern to do in a little thing, flower, crown, something you can hang in your office, your craft room.
You mean like the flowers you did at the retreat?
Yeah, I'm not doing it. We're talking to the people. Like my mother used to say, I'm the mother. I don't go by your rules, okay? I'm the mother. I'm telling y'all what y'all can do. I want to do.
Yes, you're right. You're right. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, so let's take a break and now give me your questions for Laverne.
Oh.
What questions do you have for Laverne? Personal, professional? Who has questions? And also, Roz, do you want to come in and chat a little bit? Roz is our special guest. Miss
Okay, look, I'm using my great dye job. I imagine that these are yarn balls and not egg. Because I'm like, this is so cute. I love this.
Yes.
Love it.
So we're doing Q&A.
Can I share a thing I know about you? What's the name of this?
Ray Dunn.
So these are Ray Dunn cups. Channy is the ultimate Ray Dunn collector. I love it. Like, I love when you find something that brings you joy and you're happy, you know, and when you're out and about and you see it.
Yeah.
So, and I know I've said this before, but I was like, I keep seeing the Ray Dunn pajamas, and I'm like, I'm gonna buy her the pajamas, but that's weird. But I'm gonna do it anyway. They're fun. And you told me you didn't have the Fearless one, so if I ever see the Fearless one, I'm gonna get them. I'm gonna get it for you. But yeah, I love it.
Yes. I have 2 cabinets full, and I have a hutch full of plates, bowls.
I love
everything.
I love
pajamas. I have it all.
Yeah, I love it because those are the things that make you happy. Like looking at my Barbies make me happy right now. I'm so into the Croc life. We've been talking about that. I absolutely, actually, I'm going to be heading up your way today to go to the Croc store.
Oh, cool. Let me know, because I got to go up to 92, which is right near there.
Is that what's 92?
I'm sorry, 92 is like is a shopping center. Target, Kohl's is right before the exit. You get to the outlets. It's got Kohl's, Old Navy, Bath and Body Works, Target, Taco Mat. It's got everything there.
What you going up there to get?
I needed a mouse pad, but
okay.
So let me know. I got to meet my friend up there around 12ish. So
okay. Yeah, once I get Simone up, I just wanted to run up there to the Croc store. I don't know that we're going to be out long because it's hot. It's going to be hot.
I'll run there and run home. It's literally hot.
Yeah, already.
Friday because I was too hot.
Yeah, because the rain was good for a minute, and then as soon as it stopped raining, it was like humidity.
Yep. And I was like, I'm going home. I can't.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. Okay, so does anybody want to come in and do a little mini interview with Laverne? This is your time. Turn the tables on her. You're just asking questions. Like, we need to do like hot fire. Color.
I'll
answer
most of them. I'll probably answer it. I'm pretty open. I usually.
Yeah.
But
does anybody on? Where's Roz?
Girl, I don't know.
Okay, so I found my questions. Okay, she said, so Nosy Ballet said, what are your tips for meeting deadlines? Oh my God, I can't believe I found this. Okay, I have 5 questions.
For meeting deadlines, prayer.
Mine is planning ahead. I have to plan the whole thing 6 to 8 months before.
The funny thing is, I like in certain aspects of my life, I will plan it to the T, right? So for shows, I have, where's my show notebook? I have a book. Because when it comes to travel and moving outside of my space, I like to be organized. I plan to be spontaneous. I know that sounds crazy, but I will plan like vacation. I'll be like, this is this vacation, we're going to do whatever. So like I have the plan, we go, we get there, and then we just do whatever.
Right.
But I struggle with the inside of the house, planning. Because it's just right here. It's like, I'll get to it. And then there's so much stuff. I do feel like if I had a separate, if the Busy Peach corner was separate from the rest of the house, I'd kind of be forced to plan a little bit better.
Yeah.
So I'm struggling with that. Also with diagnosed adult ADHD,
right.
I don't try to lean on that as an excuse or thing, because everybody is like, I've got ADD, I got ADHD, whatever. But it's real. I mean, legitimately, like the thoughts in my brain will be like, I need to go do this, and then I need to vacuum, and then I need to do this. And like, in a minute, I've had 50 million thoughts.
Yeah.
So
you need a shed. Every time I see a shed, I'm like,
I need a shed.
She shed.
Okay, so I had an idea, and then I found out it's not going to work. So I was like, I want to do a mobile dye studio. I was like, let me get a camper, right? Yes. You got me thinking about that. I was like, get a camper, have a stove, and get the sink replaced. Get a larger sink or a double sink. And then that's all I would need.
Where would you put it? Front or the back?
So this is the problem. You can't have RVs and recreational vehicles in residential areas unless it's in the backyard. and
You
I can't do.
need
Huh?
to move. You need to move. Spot that's going to have a shed, a camper, all the space you want.
Yeah. Yeah. Shed works only if nobody else uses the space. Well, I already
Right.
know it would have to be a creative shed. It'd have to be a dye studio, but it would have to have space for paint, for, for other things. Cause I like doing other things, and so does Simone and Aisha. So we definitely have to have, yeah,
Crafty. She's very
craft shed.
on like crazy.
So girl, moving, just the thought gives me a headache. I'm like, oh my Lord.
I know. Lynette asked, how did we meet?
On Instagram, because I went home to Richmond, Virginia, Thanksgiving of 2019.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw your pins at Center of the Yarniverse.
Mm-hmm.
I think at Dances with Wool.
Yep.
And I bought a pin or two. And so when I started buying stuff, I would then go find everybody's Instagram, for the things that I bought. Like I bought Urban Girl Yarns, and I met Michelle, so I found their Instagram and started following. And then I realized somehow you either said it or it was in your bio that you were in Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, neighbor. I live in Georgia too. I'm in Smyrna.
Roz said she's trying to join, but it didn't work. That probably means she needs to update. Yes?
Possibly. Yeah. If you tried it and it said, it'll tell you you need the latest version.
No, it's not her, it's me.
Oh, you didn't accept it.
I didn't click on the camera.
User error. It's all good.
User error. I'm sorry, babe. That red dot been there forever.
Girl. She told her in the beginning she wasn't looking down at the comments. So
very honest. I'm telling you, I'm not looking at all these red things telling me to click. I'm not looking at the comments. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not Laverne. Okay. This is busy people takeover. It doesn't mean I'm gonna do all her tagging people and putting stuff at the top. And where's the music? Can you play your music?
Yeah, I can do that.
Where's the music?
Hold on. Oh, my thing is dead.
I got three more. Okay. Question. Somebody said, is it better to sell kits or sell single skeins at a show?
Oh, there's two different things. I mean, it's two different situations. I think, I mean, when you're selling at a show, there are some people that, what I've noticed in the whole two that I've done, like I'm not the expert on shows, but I can speak on my experience. And I saw that people bought by sight, and there were some people that bought with projects in mind. There were some people that would go around the first day and take notes.
Yep. They have to go once around.
Yep. And then come back the second day or later in the day and buy. So that's very different. With the kits, you meant most profitable.
I don't know, because like when I had your kits, if people recognize the dyer,
mm-hmm.
they want to buy the kit. But I just had, so in a kit, they would get something from you, something from me, something from a few people. Mm-hmm. So kits do very well at my table because I'm not a yarn dyer.
Yeah.
So I don't know how it would be if I was actually just to have one skein, but I feel like for you, you're a dyer, so your single skeins will sell and your kits will sell. I feel like.
Yeah. Roz, what do you think? Like from Vogue, what was your?
I'm not a big kit person. So because I always have projects that I have in mind, and kits don't fit into projects. But if it's something cool in there and it's been advertised previously, mm-hmm. I am a planner. So if you're going to a show, you're going to be vending, and you advertise that you're going to have a kit there, I will put it into my budget as something cool, especially if it's something just for the show. Because then it's a memento. It's not really a use item. It's like, oh, I get these cool things, and they're just at this show, and it's just at this vendor, so I make sure I stop by your booth And then I don't want you to sell out, because when people announce they're going to have something,
And then
that's usually the first thing to go.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's when I see people will buy a kit. Or if people are not good with color picking,
yeah,
they want kits.
yeah.
Fade. I like to
Ooh,
buy
fade. I love a
if I see
fade.
a fade at a show, because
Okay.
I don't like matching up colors.
Okay.
And I don't like.
Okay. To your point about that, when you were talking about the clubs, with the yarn clubs, if the yarn club colors made a fade, woo, that's what
Well,
I'm talking about.
I make a fade out of
Yeah,
mine. My
Yeah.
club, I try to get the dyers. I give them a sample, and I want it to be a fade because I want to do a fade pin.
Yeah.
Like I love fade pins.
yeah.
So like,
Yeah, y'all listen, please go and buy Channy P's holiday box. She's already been advertising, it's already out there. I'm one of the dyers, and then there's some others. Yes, I love
so the
Yeah,
beach
because
color will
you
have
can
a
put it
fade.
with so many patterns. If you have a fade, you can
yeah.
even if you don't use the one that's with it, you can do so much with the fade, or work it into a sweater or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
But then if it's random mini, individual skeins or minis, you're like, what am I gonna do with
yes.
this?
I buy fade.
So like
Yeah, yeah.
this
I
year,
buy a lot of mini kit fade kits because there's so many new patterns that people put out. You know what? Tony had a YouTube last year. It was around the holidays where she talked about mini skein patterns, and I was like, oh my God, this is so good because that's what you look for.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the biggest thing with kits. I think the fades are the hot,
Like
the hot.
Tony's fade shawls in
Yeah,
Tunisian. I
yeah.
mhm,
think I can do Tunisian,
mhm.
Roz. Do I need to prove that to you? I mean,
Yeah, prove it to me. I'm gonna have to see you do it live in action. I don't want to see the finished product.
so I can't just show you one that's done.
No, you could have bought that at
Oh,
Goodwill.
lovely.
I can do Tunisian. I mean, I can do these things, Roz. I just choose not to.
Not to.
Okay.
Mm,
Someone
okay.
mentioned our Hawaii trip, Roz. Do we have what? Let's change the subject because I feel like.
No, but you know what, though, y'all, this is helpful because that does make sense. I guess from a dyer perspective, I was thinking like, oh, it's cool to get a surprise. And Roz was like, I don't like surprises. I want to know what color yarn I'm getting.
Yep.
I want to know what, and so I can plan, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
And y'all, what about this? Okay. Next year, if I do the yarn clubs and the embroidery clubs again, if I do fades, like let's say the fade is for like the quarter, or
Yes.
or like for 4 months, it would be dark, light, da, 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 da. So like each month you get a different shade of that color, and so then at the end of that quarter or that third of the year, you've got 3 or 4 skeins and a fade that you could then use for another pattern or come up with a pattern.
Yeah, so you'll get 3 fade kits in 1 year.
Yeah, like 3 or
4.
4.
I can't count.
That's
I
cool.
like
That's actually cool.
it
Yeah.
because I love a fade. Like I want whatever I'm selling to match something.
Yeah.
So listen, we'll decide now. Should I do where you do 3 months and then we switch a color in 3 months, or should it be 4 months? Should it be 4 and then get
4. The more the better. 4, 4, and
4.
4.
Yeah, because I go by seasons, so it's like,
So,
yeah, because you want the seasonal.
yep.
Your fade color should be, within the season.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, then should it be 4 quarters? Should it be 3 skeins like January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August,
I like
September,
4, 4. January, April.
January through April?
Yeah.
Springy, wintry. Then you have summery. Then you have fall, Octoberish. But you have 4 because
Yeah.
think about it now.
And then you do your holiday
4,
box.
I'm gonna need more. I need 4. I don't need 3. I need 4.
4. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 3
So
puts you in an awkward position.
And now I got to pull something from my stash to try to match it.
Yeah.
So I like the 4.
Yeah.
okay, so January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. And then
let me also say, this might not be popular, but you can ship them at the same time. because all those little one skein packages make me look like I got a problem. Like if I can just
well, do 3. So do 3 packages a year.
yeah,
That's
3 packages a year spreads it out, but then you have them all at one time. Just play with your baby.
Is that because you know you're not going to do nothing in April anyway? You're planning for the summer,
right? Right.
You're gone for the summer, and then by the time winter comes, you got your thing, and you can kind of start working on it.
I pay extra to get 16 skeins in a seasonal club. Okay, that gal Jill, what does that look like? What do you mean 16 skeins in a seasonal club? Like, so you
get 4 skeins per season, she's saying.
Huh?
She's saying 4 skeins per season will give you 16 skeins for the year.
Oh, 4 1/4. Okay.
Oh, I was thinking 1, 2, 3, 4 mailed in a package.
Nope.
1, 2, 3, 4.
4 times a year.
Oh.
So January through March, you get 4.
4 skeins per seasonal fade. Okay.
Or do you do 4?
And how expensive would it be to have 16 in there? And you doing minis or full? You're doing full, right?
Well, yeah, because the mini skeins didn't take off. I only had 4 people. The first year, I only had 4 people do the mini skein kit, the mini skein club. So I didn't even bring that back this year, because that worked out perfectly because they're a quarter of a skein. But if I had 5 people, it would have been a pain in the tail. You know what I mean? So
also, we were talking about sometimes you have to keep these simple so that you can meet your deadlines.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because if you try to push it, this too much to me. 16 is too much, and it pushes the dyer.
Yeah,
and you're going to have to make it more expensive because you're just the expense of that, and then then they're going to say it's too expensive, and then you're doing all this work, it's too expensive.
Yeah,
but you're pre-selling, so you can kind of control and understand what your want is from your customers.
Yeah.
You know, since you're not just going to dye it up, you're not just going to
Lynette, it should be a pattern. So you would have 4, 4, and 4, so you get 12. But if you're going to ship them in December, that's a holiday box. I'm talking a quarterly box.
Yeah,
you're getting 4. You can do 4 at a time, so you ship it in. So for your January through April, you ship it in March. So April, I'm going to get 4 skeins. So you ship it the month before.
And that makes sense. You ship it.
So my January through April is going to ship in March, and I get it in April. And then 3 months later, I get another one, and then 3 months later, I get another one.
But the colors are for the season that's coming up.
Yeah.
Not
sometimes I would try to make them fade with little touches of each one in the next month so it fades. So your January is kind of icy blue, whatever. Put a little bit of that in the next one, and a little bit of that in the next one, and then they all fade.
You end up having almost like a year-long fade.
Yeah, and they each have colors that ripple through each other.
Yeah.
So if I take, like for mine, you can take your November and you can put it with January. You can change the fade how you want because they all have little touches.
Yeah. True.
Lynette had a question. She said something about what's a better production model dye-up skeins? So this is hanging on by a string. What's a better production model dye-up skeins first, then sell a set amount, or dye after an order is placed?
I think after.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what people will buy. And the way this economy is like fluctuating up and down, you ever see somebody come out with something, and this was my thought last year, because I'm honest. People were coming out with like kits and stuff, and Rhinebeck and Brooklyn Fiber Fest and Indiana Take, all of that stuff was about to pop off. Anybody got time for your kit? Right. And all of that's about to pop up. All our money and change. We're breaking piggy bank jars around here for those shows. Yeah. Like, especially if you're on the East Coast and you're about to heat that East Coast festival wave.
Yeah.
So it's all about, timing and then understanding what your customer base wants. But I feel like, especially for indie dyers, pre-sale is the safer business model to go. With pre-orders.
That's why everyone is pushing their advents to June. And when people start doing their advents, I'm like, whoa, guys, it's just June. It's just June.
Yeah.
And then it puts all this pressure for everyone to release their things in June. Because if you release it in September, you're getting into all those shows.
Yeah.
So I think dyers are starting to do that. I mean, I've known 15, 20 people who release their advents in June.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
that too early.
So to the question of my model starting was buy the raw yarn, buy the undyed yarn, and dye to order. You place your order, I dye it, I ship it. Works great. However, for shows, you have to have pre-dyed inventory. And so now this year, like it's going to take the whole year to understand what are the top selling colors and items and bases at these shows.
Yeah.
And it's also odd because it's my first time at each of these shows. So I'm a new entity to folks. I'm not a known entity. So some people already know what to expect because they've heard of me before. But then those people who are like, well, who are you? What do you sell? You know, then I have to account for what grabs their attention. So next year I'll have a better idea. Because y'all, I'm sitting here with.
I was about to say, what about your New York show? You planned a New York colorway.
Yeah, I still have some of it.
And all your spreadsheets of how much I'm going to sell of each thing.
Yeah.
So how did your New York colorway do at your New York show?
Certain bases did well and they went. So the cotton DK was a good seller. Like that went. The colorway, I still have a few left. Like it didn't completely sell out. But I also planned 1,000 skeins total for that show. And that show did not perform as it should have.
Right.
So I have a lot left.
It's just,
yeah.
But you can bring it to your next show.
And I took it to Maryland Sheep and Wool and I sold even more, you know, and that went pretty well. But I still have inventory. Like there's certain bases and certain colors, you know, that sold out. And so that's kind of what I have to look at. So it's a process that I'm learning because I did dye to order. So
what
you know,
like if you decide you want to repeat New York,
nope, not doing it.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
But if you were going to repeat that, would you still do the 1,000?
No.
Or would you cut your numbers down?
Okay, so I'm not repeating Vogue, period. Right. It's too expensive. The show itself is too expensive. The cost of attending is too expensive.
Yes.
You know, anytime it's like $100 a day just for parking, you know, the cost of the rooms, the cost to ship, like it's too expensive. I can't do it next year.
It's too much for me. I could never do any of those New York, New Jersey. I'm not interested in none of those shows. I never was because
I'm not going to say, you know, that would be the case for all of them, but I think being in Manhattan downtown,
Times Square,
without advertising, without accurate accurate predictions for the vendors, there's a lot that kind of went wrong there with that. So I would not take that chance again. It's too expensive of a chance to take again.
Right.
I learned that. It was good.
I think it was a good experience though. Yeah, because then even looking at how people, you know, people getting to know you, we met a lot of people there, and your setup and stuff. I think there was like a lot of learnings there. Yeah, we even like about samples, learning about how to set up the samples, what helps sell with the samples.
Yeah,
and stuff.
Yeah. So beautiful eye catcher as well. You have the booth set up down. You got
yes, we got it down. But then we improved at Maryland Sheep and Wool, right? So we learned what to do at Vogue. Maryland Sheep and Wool, we improved. So my improvement from VKL to Maryland Sheep and Wool, I got a scanner, I had a cash register, I did the POS. So you and I talked about that. I did the POS, that made it quicker. Only delays were, Wi-Fi delays. So I might look at, I don't know if a dedicated hotspot might make a difference or not.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But that would be maybe the next improvement going into DFW.
Yeah. Lynette said, what's been your best fiber experience? I don't know.
As a vendor or as a person? There's.
What do you want to say something else to that question? What do you mean your best fiber experience?
I mean, I can just say, so Kamora said Maryland Sheep and Wool went so great. It was. I enjoy, for this year, it's doing the shows because I've learned a lot. I've taken some chances. I've made some mistakes. I've improved. I got to hug and touch people. I got to just get out of the house and experience the fiber event from a business perspective. And so I think that's been the best for this year. It's just amazing. So it's a totally different, I mean, there's just so many things that happen at both events. As a vendor. So there were so many things that happened at both events. New York, y'all know I got sick with the flu right before New York. And so I was struggling. I did some sales. Y'all came through and bought up all the ready to ship stuff I had. And so boom, that was great. And I had a lady message me, did I need anything when I came to the show? I was like, oh no, I'm good. Didn't really know her. Wasn't someone I communicated with on Instagram a whole lot. She came to the show on Saturday and was like, hey, I'm the person that messaged you. Oh my God, it was great to meet her. She bought me a bag of oranges because they have vitamin C and it was going to help me recuperate. Y'all, really? She saw Simone was there. She came back Sunday and brought her books that were in the genre that she likes.
Yep.
People were so sweet. They were really sweet.
Like,
me.
Yeah, but this lady had never met me in person. She didn't know, but like the care, that was amazing.
Yep.
Maryland Sheep and Wool, I had a whole full circle moment with a young lady I had met at Rhinebeck, just leaving on the way out, gave me a card, blah, blah, blah. She is now designing knitwear. She is doing the damn thing. And like, it was just like, oh, Niecy Poo, oh my gosh. So the people and the experiences have been great.
Yes.
I'm not making money off of this stuff right now.
It's long term, which you can't accurately calculate because it could be 1 to 2, 3 years from the time you did the show that they do something. So it's reasonable. It takes these shows you can get stuff from these shows years from now.
Right. I think being the first time, I'm a novelty to some. Others are there to support, which I love. But then the repeat is going to be good. But I won't repeat VKL. Right. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Unless they make some serious and drastic changes, it will not be worth it for me to ever repeat that.
Right. I think I did. Go ahead.
I plan to replace that with QuiltCon
in Atlanta.
That's in Raleigh.
Yes. Oh, Raleigh?
It's in Raleigh this year.
Oh, it's not in Atlanta here?
No, they moved it, but it's in Raleigh. I've already applied. I just have to. I need to talk to Lisa. I need to go ahead and kind of get that into the books. But
yes. Give me the dates because I'll come up to Raleigh.
It's in February.
Birthday trip
in Raleigh.
Yeah, and yes, it might even be your birthday. Hold on, let me look. Oh, that means a turn up on Saturday night.
I will definitely be in Raleigh.
Yes,
I think you're looking that up. I started off just doing the shows, and I don't want to repeat a show. I say that now, but people have asked me to repeat the shows. But I did maybe 6 shows in like that first year. I think it was like last year. Was it 2022? I think. And then I wanted to step back and attend a show. And then I wanted to attend a retreat, like have those experiences, but not be working.
Okay.
And it's an eye opener at how expensive some of that stuff is that you just don't know.
Yeah, it is.
I think my most expensive show was Yarn Fest.
Okay.
Love the one I did in Colorado with Interweave. Interweave's Yarn Fest.
Okay.
Very expensive.
Yeah.
You know how they nitpick and do everything a la carte. You got to pay for your Wi-Fi. You got to pay for your booth. You got to pay for
killed it for VKL.
For an outlet. You got to pay for electricity.
$600 for internet connection. $300 for electrical connection. Shipping, all of that. It killed it. I will not do VKL again. But
shows, she said smaller shows are getting more traction. Yes, like I love my flyaway show. I don't know anyone. I'm the only Black vendor at most of the shows I do, which I love when my Black customers come up and say, "Oh my God, I'm glad you're here."
Yeah,
you make me feel comfortable by being here.
Yeah,
so I always pick the little tiny out of the way shows that I'm very uncomfortable with going. Myself, I'm uncomfortable, but luckily the host
makes you
to know your host before you go. That's very important, because if your host is not for you, you don't need to go there.
Right.
So really research your host so that when you get there, they're going to make you feel comfortable. They're going to help you set up. You know, a person who does these shows by herself, that's very important to me. That's why doing the New York shows, logistics is just so hard for me to fly there, rent a car, ship my boxes to where, get those boxes to the venue. So I always pick a venue that's at a hotel that I can ship my stuff to. I can walk downstairs. I can be a vendor. Airport safely, especially when I was in Kansas City. That was, crazy. But
yeah, I don't know. I mean,
shows are better for me, but for you and your yarn mania that you got going on behind you, you need bigger shows. You need to go with the big dogs.
Well,
and DFW.
I think the Southern shows especially would be good because of the cotton. You don't have a lot of people selling cotton, and everybody comments on the colors, the bright colors. Even though some people are selling cotton, your colors stand out. But they don't have a lot of vendors in the South that sell bright colors, indie dyed cotton. So I'm so excited. I wish I could go to DFW. That's going to be off the chain.
And
it's going to be amazing.
That there's not a lot of Southern shows.
Y'all don't even know the half. Channy, I got to tell you some things
about DFW.
But y'all don't even know the half about DFW. Let me just say, it's going to be an experience.
Yes. I'm excited.
You're going to shop, you're going to buy, but you're going to have fun. So if you already have fun with me at VKL, you have fun with me at Maryland Sheep and Wool, you're going to have even more fun with me and Channy at DFW.
Yes. And I'm going to be at HH Americas next week in Chicago. And that's strictly B2B show. So
yes,
I'm big dogs. I have an all new booth set up, all new products.
Yeah.
I'm going to get some really big international wholesale accounts. I've been printing line sheets and price sheets, and that's going to be a big learning experience. So that's going to be fun at DFW, and I'm doing Pittsburgh. I'm doing the Pittsburgh show. That's going to be fun. And that's it. Let me see if I have any more questions. Hold on.
Yarns are perfect for climate change. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I'm excited about DFW. I'm also dreading the drive.
You just need a good playlist, but you'll be fine.
Oh, girl,
fun.
Go through all the playlists, all the songs.
Just like mark off all the Buc-ee's along the way. Get your brisket.
Yes. The drive to Maryland, I think it took us a little longer coming back because I was tired. So a couple of times, like I can power nap and I'm good. So if I felt myself kind of getting sleepy, we pull into a Lowe's, pull into a well, kind of off to the side
Place. Yeah.
where people were, and I would lean that seat back or lean over and I'd power nap for like 15, 20 minutes, get some coffee, and then I'd be good to go. So I kind of have to build in, little stops along the way. But ooh, DFW, girl, that's gonna be all day, all day, all day.
So great if I would ride with you and help you drive and help you do all that stuff, but I can't.
I was like, are you saying yes? I was like, I didn't even ask because I knew. I was like, ain't no way.
And you know what? One, I don't have the time. One, I have zero. First of all, y'all, I have a real full-time job. I'm talking real. And I just got a promotion Friday.
Oh, congrats.
I got another project. So it's like my time, they're like, how do you even go to Hawaii? Like, why would you even do that? Like, you don't even have a job that warrants that. Right. And then add in all the shows. So it's basically now I have to fly in the day to set up.
Yep.
Like, I have to work at the airport. Yep. Having a full-time job and having our little businesses, and having our big businesses, it's a lot.
It is. Because, I'm using my vacation time because I have to take off. So Wednesday, no, hold on. For DFW, that's 3 days. So
leave Tuesday.
I get the truck on Tuesday and load it up. We'll drive all day Wednesday. And then we have all day Thursday to set up. And then the show is Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sunday night, we pack up the car, go to sleep, wake up, and then drive back all day Monday, and then back to work on Tuesday.
7-day ordeal.
Yeah.
So y'all support your girl.
It's going to be so much fun. I cannot wait.
It is. I just, once I get past the drive, like, we're good. We do snacks, we do music, we play games, all of that good stuff. Simone sleeps.
Is Tanita going to come to Texas?
Yeah. That's the plan. Unless something changes. So I need booth babes for Texas, though. So if you're going to DFW, I do need some booth babes, and I get tickets so you can go for free if you work. And I'll feed you, during the show.
Bring your own snacks.
Okay, so tell us, since we got Roz on here, what is happening with your creative sprints and your goals for the year and your, what is it called? What is the thing we did? Where's mine?
Vision board?
Yes.
The one that y'all laughed. I never finished it because I started not to like it. Y'all talked me into like a vision board.
That is one square of a vision board. Don't even put that on us. That's one
We
square.
are in your corner. I swear we are.
That's why you gotta know. She knows we love her.
It doesn't feel like that, but
a vision board is going to be 6 more of those.
I know. So, but the thing is, I've been focused on the goal part. So on the back, I know, but on the back, I know. Oh, I need to do my. Hey, babe. Good morning.
I don't even have a sticky note.
Girl.
Hey, Simone.
Hey, Simone.
Okay. So where
are you at with your goals? Because you started the vision board.
Yeah.
You started us off in January with the vision board. And you said you were going to be more consistent.
And my word of the year, consistent. I am continuing to work on that. I have got to come up. You guys have given me some great tips for that, to really reevaluate how I plan, to plan for the year ahead, and maybe leave the creativity for my own personal projects. Not totally, but like allow my creativity for June to be June's results for 2024, right? I can do that. I think that will help. So I'm still improving and still working on that. Goals, 4 shows, knock that out of the park. 2 down, 2 to go. So I said 4 shows: VKL, Maryland Sheep and Wool, DFW, SAF. VKL's done in the books. Maryland Sheep and Wool done in the books. DFW and SAF accepted, applied, accepted, paid, and now just have to go.
Right. Woo, you doing it.
So that's like, that happened. That's great. Car rentals, I still have to figure that out. That was the thing, like traveling to the shows, right? I did what was that? A Pathfinder. We did a Nissan Pathfinder to
I love it.
To MD&D?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Maryland Sheep and Wool?
Yes. And it was packed to the gills. Like, there was no room, top, bottom, side, in the back. It was just enough room for us in the front to drive. So I thought about doing a, what is it? Either the Chevy Tahoe or the Suburban.
The Yukon. Yeah.
Yukon Denali for
work truck was a Traverse, and I used to pile that bad boy in.
But I need a little bit more room. So I think the Suburban will work, but it's expensive to rent a Suburban. That's like $200 a day. So that's like a $1,400 expense. Whereas for Maryland Sheep and Wool, I think it was about $600 to $800. So it's like double for more room. And I think even the Suburban has more space in it than doing a minivan. So,
white cargo van. Why can't you? I see a lot of people using those when they roll up because it can fit their slat wall, whatever grid wall stuff y'all use. Why don't you research that? Because
the comfort, the seating, the comfort in driving at long distance, you kind of sacrifice some of that.
Because that way Simone will have to be in the front seat. It's very
well. She'll be in the front seat anyway, which is fine. She's tall enough, she's adult sized, so that's fine.
Just research it and compare it to the Suburban. What do you need the back seats for?
I don't need the back seats. I need all of the space.
Yeah. So what isn't a cargo? The white? It's not cargo. What is the white van called? Danger, danger! Don't pull up to one.
Oh, you said a kidnap van? What?
The kidnap van. You don't want to pull up to it, but you can drive one. I mean, you're driving.
So I looked at Hertz with the high top van where it's empty in the back and you got the 2 seats in the front.
How much is that?
The Sprinters, right? They are
box truck. Yes, Courtney. So how much is that?
To rent it personal, they're more expensive. So it depends. I looked at Hertz. I'm still doing research. Hertz was the one that I could find that had them, but they were renting them for business, and it was they paid by mileage.
Oh, okay.
So you want to
the 25 passenger van because the seats are in the way.
So what is the price of the box truck versus a Suburban? It's more than $200 a day.
A small box truck, that's a possibility. I need the driving seat to be comfortable though, right? And I know that may sound like a luxury, but it's not. When you're sitting for 15 hours and driving, you need to be comfortable. You can't be uncomfortable.
So you haul trucks.
Right.
No, the U-Haul trucks are not for long distance. Yeah. Once you go out of town, it's by the miles.
Yeah. Okay.
For U-Haul. Yeah, the best thing is to probably rent a bigger truck, or who do you rent with?
Well, that's what I'm looking at. I went on Kayak and put it for the Suburban, and Enterprise had them at like $250 a day. That
Dodge van with sliding door and double doors. Courtney.
Okay, I'll look at that. I will. I'll look at that. It's I need a camper van that doesn't look like.
That's a good idea.
I know. I just can't. I can't store it. I can't use it at the house. That's the only thing.
So you need a new house, the camper van.
No, it doesn't matter, right? Roz was telling me it's not. Yeah, it have to be in the backyard.
Yeah, it has to be in the back. Or if you found a storage place close by that wasn't a high price for storage.
Yeah. The problem with storage space is whenever I want to dye, then I got to go get it out of the storage space, bring it to the house, hook it up, dye, da, da, da.
You can have it there when you walk downstairs and you can work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, so RV.
Grow it. You've outgrown
Oh,
it.
have you ever done one of those U-Hauls that you attach to the back of the car? I had to do this when I moved to Wisconsin because someone packed the truck wrong, those that should not be named. And but there was a hitch thing that you put on, and it's just you can just load stuff in it.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, but I need a different vehicle. I have a, my little Honda Civic.
No, what I was thinking is if you you rent a car for a lower price, like you rent a car or mid-size SUV, and then you hitch that to the back, so then you have enough space to ship to bring everything with you, rather than offsetting the price of the $200 a day for like a Yukon or something.
Okay, so to look at that.
Yeah. You have the comfort up front, and then you can pack up the back, and it'll be cheaper.
Also, if you have less stuff coming back, those can be rented one way.
Good idea, Roz.
I've moved quite a bit.
You talking about the little U-Haul box that you hitch on?
Yeah, you hitch it on. Yeah, and then because there's no seats or anything, you could fit a lot in there.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
Okay, yep. I'll start comparing the prices on that. So yeah.
Somebody had a question about crowdfunding. Lynette, what was your question you had about crowdfunding to get people to the show? Or I lost.
Wait.
See.
She said, have you ever thought about crowdfunding? I just made a note and then I lost it. Can y'all find it? Lynette, where you at, boo?
I'm looking. I'm trying to scroll down. Kidnap van, Sprinter van.
Someone said they love my nails. Thank you. I need to get a manicure.
BookCon.
20.
When is DFW? 4 hours away. DFW is in September. I don't see Lynette's comment. I must have missed it. Lynette, retype it or come on live with us. Where did Roz go?
Roz, Lynette, come on. Can I request them to come on?
Yeah, you can send it. And if they accept.
I don't see that.
So there's a little plus, the camera with the plus.
Yeah.
Yep, click that.
It says I have no requests to join.
Then click the other one. There's another plus.
I have an arrow. Invite somebody to join.
Yep.
Okay, and then I can invite Roz back.
Lynette said we'll work for yarn.
Absolutely. I'm driving.
Roz, what happened? We lost you.
Let me pull over.
Okay. Be careful.
She said, would you consider crowdfunding to attend one of these shows in the future? Explain that.
So my question is, would you consider doing a GoFundMe to support going back to New York, maybe, or to another show? You should think about that. Other people do it. I would support you. I know everybody else that's on here would support you. That way you get the money up front and you can make the decisions on what you want to do. We want to see you in this business. We want to see you successful, and that's another avenue. Just my thoughts.
I know.
Because I think I did tell her before when I was like, you need to have a sale, but that's still a lot of work for her right before the thing. I was like, you need to fund this before you leave, right? And that's a lot of work for her to do that because she has to ship all this stuff.
Okay, so sales are not a good way to raise money because you are reducing the amount of profit that you make from your product. So that's a last minute thing. Like I did that right before VKL because I had product already done.
I don't want you to sell. Yeah. I want you to create a GoFundMe page to support Busy Peach going to XYZ Fiber Festival. Okay. I've not seen anybody else do it, so I'd like for you to try it and let's see what happens. And I'll post. I'll share. We'll all post. We'll share. and we'll see what happens. Plan for next year by next month,
Mhm.
August, September. You pick, you think about it.
Mhm.
Let's maybe talk about it some more,
Mhm.
and then we can crowdsource it. There are multiple avenues for crowdsourcing because this is a cost that would offset what you do. And then when you get to the event, you could even make it through something that is that is for like a nonprofit or at no cost. And then when you get to the event, as a result of everybody doing it, here's what I'm doing to give back.
Yeah. So I have opinions and thoughts.
Okay.
That this little group of four, we could probably have a offline conversation also.
Because there is
Absolutely.
stigma with
But
GoFundMe.
there is a stigma with GoFundMe's, absolutely.
Privately.
But there's also Kickstarter.
There's other platforms.
And
Kickstarter have to have a certain amount before you get the money, though. With the
Right.
Kickstarter, it'll say once you make 100,000, then we'll pay that out. If you don't make that, then you lose all your money.
it all goes
Right.
A smaller GoFundMe, so it's just for from this time to this time, 1 month, raising money for your rental car and your truck.
I like the
We're not
smaller too. It's an achievable goal. It's not lofty. It has purpose. You know what it's for.
Exactly.
People want to see you. You know, we put our money where our mouth is. Michelle made a little good point here. She says, busy shower for busy peach. Like you're always giving.
Yeah.
It's funding
Absolutely.
everybody else with.
Yes.
You know, I think like Lynette said, a lot of people will be happy to do
But
that.
givers don't like to take.
I know she's having a hard time right now just hearing about it.
Look at her face.
That's
She don't even want to look at the camera.
That's why I added. Yeah, that's why I added the concept that you can be specific, and then when you get to the event, here's what I'm doing back as a result of what everyone has given to me.
I'm going to give to the Atlanta mission. I'm going to do this because you guys helped me to get there. And for people who are uncomfortable receiving, like Roz said, you make it shorter, you make it smaller. So if we were to get on saying you need $100,000, you'd be like, I don't need to. But if we go on and say you need $2,000 to rent a car, then you will feel more comfortable with that. You get your $2,000, it's done. You get to your show, and then you donate later. It's a very good idea.
There is no donate later. She's already doing it. I mean, really. Come on now, Laverne.
Right, you're right.
Program.
You're right.
Okay, so yes, this is making me very uncomfortable, but
that's okay. That's why I'm here. I love you.
Wipe your head right here. Wipe your head. You sweating?
not too.
Listen,
Not you, Laverne. She getting nervous.
I know. I'm being silly.
Sections that, but and some I don't mind saying here, some I would say offline.
Okay.
I
Hello, spit it out.
I don't know how to
say okay. You don't have to say anything. Okay, it's a great idea.
Yeah.
That's it.
And say, Lynette, let's figure it out because you suggested it.
Okay, well let's
get it next week so me and her can organize it.
Thank you.
Don't give me the busy piece. You're gonna do it, eyes. I see you, Lynette. She's like, ma'am. Okay, how about this? 4 of us have a conversation. Let's talk. Let's for real. Like we'll talk for real. And I can tell y'all what my objections are, my hang-ups, and then you can work with me, and then we'll see what happens.
Ain't nobody even listening to you, but okay.
Look, I
I'm in the live. We'll say okay, but first of all, you got 3 women here who ain't gonna listen to whoever say.
Oh, I know. I'm just shouting into the wind right now, but I look at GoFundMe as like a vehicle when you have like a tragic problem.
I think me and you think alike. Like if my roof caved on me right now and I had no place to stay, I would ask you guys for money. I would go to my family. I would do that. We just think differently.
Right.
That's why people who have a hard time doing this, they have friends, they have people who love them who will do it for them.
Right.
And
yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
If I have $1,200, I just give you $1,200 right now. It's not like
right.
That's how we are.
Yeah.
You want to see your
yeah. problem doing that either. Like, I'll go pick
But
people.
it doesn't have to be
this. We gonna do that. I
So
get it.
then let people donate and let them be exclusive to your clubs. Give them something back in return. That's another way to do it. Give me an opportunity to be the first person. You're going to do XYZ club. Give me 2 days notice but prior to everybody else because I contributed to XYZ event. Make it a part of your business model. I'm good with that.
We can do that.
Look
Yeah.
at her.
I'll pay a yarn in a heartbeat. Like, I'm like,
You want everybody to give to the busy showers, right? You do busy showers, and I don't know any of the people that you do the busy shower for. People know you and would like to do it for you.
Yeah.
That's
Know you.
true.
Is that true? So if I don't have $10 for Sally Mae, I got $10 for you.
I don't have no money for Sally Mae. And
why I say that?
I know, right? I'm over that in my life, but I remember it wasn't long ago.
Mom's clearing presents. She's probably in the backyard.
That is a great idea.
Yeah, Laverne, I think there is a way to do it even in a place where you feel comfortable with it as
Yeah,
well.
I have
Change
to.
our thinking. It'll change our thinking about that.
I'll work on that. What would make me comfortable is, like you said, Lynette, like you get a benefit from me, yarn, notice, exclusive, something. Like I can't just take it and y'all don't get something back. Like that doesn't work for me. I have to
stuff and don't get stuff back.
Huh?
What do you get from doing the busy showers? What do you get back from that?
Satisfaction that I'm helping other Black-owned businesses do.
Well, can we get satisfaction too?
We can do that with you.
Satisfaction. You being
Why
stingy.
can't we get that?
Listen, everybody posts so she'll know just how much it matters. If you watch this after the fact, everybody that knows me knows I'm always into something, right? I'm always showing up. I'm always there. I very rarely go on live. Heck, I don't even post to my own Instagram, but I'm asking everybody.
And when she
just posted last night for the first time in a long time, so go out and check out my dress I had on in Hawaii. Anyway, that's selfish.
Pictures.
Thank
I
you.
took those pictures.
Yes.
Why?
Channy P got skills, y'all, beyond pictures. So I'm doing this to throw it off of Laverne to give her a chance to, kind of absorb what I'm saying. But the truth, everybody that watches the video, post. Share with her your thoughts about my idea. Let her see it through someone else's eyes, because right now she's struggling with her own. And we will get her to whatever event or show you want to be at. And let's not just stop with Laverne. You already doing busy showers. Let's do it and support each other. This is what we're trying to do. We're just trying to do it for you for a change.
And guys, put it on when I repost this. Okay?
Yeah.
When I repost this, put it in the comments. You guys are going to do this. Nobody has to have a disaster or a flooding kitchen in order to get help for their business.
Just absolutely. And contribute $5. It don't have to be a lot.
Right. Yeah.
Girl, I got it. Yeah. Also, the people that you do all this work for, you don't have no problems with giving out all kind of stuff, showing up with all kind of stuff, giving all this kind of stuff.
Right.
No, I saw somebody tell you to stop giving away stuff. We was at a show. You didn't think I saw you. And they was like, you ain't got to give this stuff. You stop. They was like, no, I like you anyway. Like, you don't, Yeah, the run is always good.
Look, I don't do it so you'll like me. It makes me happy.
No, they was just like, enough is enough.
Also, Laverne, you don't have to be struggling, right? We're not saying you're struggling. You can find if I said to you I need $1,200, you would find that $1,200. This is the take, so you can use that $1,200 that you could have. You have the money to figure out how to get there. But by us giving you the money to get there, that $1,200 can go towards you stocking your blank undyed yarn and preparing in your goal how you need to prepare for next year. You are now have the money to buy all that stuff up front and start planning for next year, meet your deadlines. Do you understand how that works?
We get our quarterly fade collection. This is really selfish. We want more from you, so we need to give you more to give us more.
She don't give me a fade. I'm going to go to her house and she's like, here, you can have this fade. No.
I want to see you be profitable, because I heard you say that you weren't.
Right.
I'm trying to change the game on that concept. And I want you to be profitable. And how do we do that?
Yeah.
This is one way.
Yeah.
That's all I'm suggesting.
I'm gonna say, okay.
Thank
That's
you.
all I
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Go ahead, Lauren. What you gotta say?
There's too much going on in my head right now. I have it's like I can't. I'm just gonna say okay, and I will listen, and I will
Noted. We've noted your concern.
Okay. But yes, Lynette, right? That's why I'm doing busy showers, because we need to be profitable. 5 years before anybody's profitable in their business, guaranteed. And these businesses are going down left and right. And I refuse. Like, I love this. I want to do this. This is, it gives so much to me, but what it gives to me is when I give to others and I can bring joy, I can bring, you see my yarn and you're like, oh my gosh, like that feeds my soul,
Can I just do a shout out to Channy for, first of all, bringing Lynette to the, can I just give,
well, actually, let's start with Courtney, because I know she's watching. Courtney is how I got connected, right?
I'm glad that we have a tribe, right?
Yeah.
And our tribe, we have 4 of us together one day, another 4 of us together, another 4 of us together. We getting closer to each other.
Yeah.
Roz had the opportunity to get closer to Lynette. I even got closer to Courtney, even though she's here, more Lynette's friend than mine.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And we are building our tribe. Do you see what we're doing here? We're building.
Yeah.
It is. And y'all, it's amazing because like you said, like right now it's the 4 of us. Next week it might be another conversation with 5 other different people, or whatever it is. But the real ones, the ones that know your heart and really know you, and can see through, like, if I don't talk to you for like 2 weeks, I don't love you, it's because, I'm doing, like my brain is.
Like Roz, we had to put Laverne together at the Friendsgiving and say, hello, did you get my text messages? Do you like us? Remember, Roz?
Yeah.
Right. And I'm like, no, it ain't personal. Like, y'all know, right? So anyway, but my point was, like, the real ones, y'all know. Like, we know who we are. We know our goals. We know each other's hearts, and if there's a doubt or a question, like, we come and ask each other, right? Like, Channy's like, I ain't heard from you. What I do to you? What's going on? What's the problem? She ain't going.
Sure will.
Going, Lynette, what the hell's wrong with Laverne?
We don't do that. We don't do that.
We
do that.
Always ask, what are you doing next? What are you working on next? How can we support what you're doing? It's always, love. It's always love.
Yeah.
Yes, Laverne, fiber friends are the best.
Yeah.
Single one of you.
We don't we don't have that where you talk about people behind their backs. No, I just call all y'all and get y'all on the phone right now.
That's right.
Yeah.
What's up? I tell you in front of everybody. We don't have no drama. We don't have all that.
That's all.
You know my heart. So whatever I say on Instagram, you already know my heart.
Yeah.
Right. And that's the thing that I value and I like. When I'm having a conversation with y'all here and now, if I'm not in the room with y'all and your name comes up, or I have to talk about, I'm either talking about good things or I'm bringing back to you to say, hey, I hear there's a challenge or whatever the case may be. But we address things with each other as grown-ups, as adults. We don't gossip. We don't, go back and forth and start a whole bunch of mess on purpose.
And if you do, I will approach you because
if drama,
yes.
I will start in person and address it because I'm doing here positive. Don't start a group and talk about on my back because I will.
And she won't listen to me tell her not to do it either. I'm just saying. And let me add one more thing and then I'll pause and let anybody else say whatever they got to say. Laverne, my hope and my goal is to see you with an IPO one day because we have all poured into you to make you successful enough. And then we get the opportunity to do what? Buy stock in what Laverne has because I like yarn and we need to buy stock into things that we support. So that is the goal. I only make stuff. I only sell stuff. That's all I do. And I probably don't do a great job of doing that because I advertise when I feel like it. So I'm that person. You know what I mean? It don't come that often, but you do a great job of supporting everybody else. And so in my heart of hearts, that's what's the future for you and others that look like you. Anybody that's watching,
Yeah.
anybody
Yeah.
can do the same thing themselves.
Yeah.
And Lynette supports a lot of people because of who they are friends with. Lynette will support, if I mention somebody who needs something, Lynette will support them.
Yep. Yep.
I'm not rich though. Don't get it twisted.
Right.
I work every day. Don't get it twisted. Listen, I'm on my way. I'm getting on my box, right? I'm on my way to being a millionaire. I'm telling y'all the truth. Not because I don't work hard, but because that is goals that Lynette has set for herself. And I want to see every single person, everybody, have their own goals, whatever they are. If yours is to be a millionaire, go for it.
Yeah.
If yours is to be Channy Peas and blow up everybody else, go for it, right? Right? If you
go to Hawaii, okay?
If you want to listen to them confessions from Crochet Rose, right? Right? I saw you. I'm just saying.
Yes.
My goal and hope is for us to be successful with everyone. And guess what? Sometimes it means we don't always get along. We don't always see eye to eye. But I love you anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
And I want you to be successful despite what I got to say. And that's what we all need. So I'm off the soapbox.
Yeah. We don't always agree. Laverne and I disagree on things.
We supposed to.
We're not the
Yeah.
same person.
We're not,
we're not the same
That's
views. But
beauty, I think, too, is the difference.
Yes,
is the differences. Yeah.
We need different views telling us things so that we can learn and grow.
Yeah.
I think one thing about Laverne that really stands out to me since I met her, I you know, most of my life, I'm married now, but I was a single mom, and her being a single mom and seeing her in this industry as a single mom, a Black woman entrepreneur, that representation is extremely important. And a lot of times people don't realize what that representation is doing for someone else.
Yeah.
You know, one of the reasons I stay in my job, it drives me crazy, but I'm one of the few Black women that do what I do. And it's important.
Yeah.
It's very important for us to be examples to someone else. It's very important for people to see that this is a possibility. Even us supporting you is important for people to see that.
Yes. Even if they don't tell you. People are not going to always tell you that you're an inspiration or they admire you or any of that. You don't need nobody to tell you that. I don't need nobody to tell me.
Right.
We know.
It's important for our family and friends too, like even our kids to see the tribe that we've made.
Yeah, and they respect you more. Like,
yeah.
When they see other people say I inspired them, my kids are like, "Oh, Mom, you slay." I'm like, "Really? I've been slaying in your life for 25." Right. Send me a message on Instagram. Can you?
What I've been doing all this time for you? Look,
can you call me and say,
recognize greatness, little ones.
Right.
Recognize.
Sometimes the value through somebody else's eyes is really a reflection. That's the point we got to get to. The value through someone else's eyes is a reflection. And that's why we pouring into you, Laverne. It wasn't even planned for Lynette to join and be on here. I'm glad I did. I'm glad I pushed your envelope. Channy, no, I'm good for doing that, right? That's how we both gonna be at HH Craft next week on the fly, for real. I'm going because guess what? I make custom items and I'm not selling for a cheap price. And so therefore I need to open my avenues to what? Other opportunities. That's why I'm going.
Okay. Can I ask something, Lynette? And you can get whatever yarn you need. While you're out walking around, I didn't want to ask Channy P because she's got to be focused on her thing. But while you're out walking around, if you see people that are selling plant fibers, get their card for me.
I have a sample here.
Huh?
I have a sample box of all the yarns that are being sold.
Okay.
I'll bring it to you. I'll make sure today and bring it to you.
Oh my God. Okay.
Whose house are you bringing that to?
I'm going up there.
I'm going outlets.
I'm going to the Croc store, Roz.
Okay. After you look at the samples, what you gonna do with the samples? I'm just asking for a friend.
I'm gonna give them. I can give them to Laverne.
But Lynette, if you see other people that's not included in that have plant linen, bamboo, like anything like that, just Keep that in mind. Grab a card. Let me know what.
And I'm gonna give you another suggestion while I'm here, just a little shameless plug, because I live in Maryland,
Yes.
right? Channy don't even know this. I hadn't told her, but I'm going to blow her spot up too while I'm on here. I was at Gathering Yarns on Thursday for
With
this
Oh,
pitch night at Haynes House Yarns. I'm going to just put her in here just a little bit. And she opened Channy's box that she sent her. See, these things that people don't know happen, right? She sent her some pens and she opened them up and she said, "Hey, Lynette, guess what? Look at this stuff I got." And I said, "Oh, I already know what those are." She said, "You do?" I said, "Absolutely." I said, "My friend, my good friend, Channy P, I know who she is." I said, "As a matter of fact, we were together last week." She was like, "Really?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "Oh, I might have to order some of these yarns." I'm not putting her on the spot. Terry, you don't have to order the pens, but I'm sharing because this is what happens in the fiber world when we meet people. My point is, reach out to her, Laverne,
yeah.
because you guys
Yeah.
should be working together, because she just opened a yarn store, as she says, in Fort Washington, Maryland.
Yeah.
I'm
So
just
I'm from Maryland, DC area. I knew Terry from a show we did with the Southern Guild knitting. We were on the beach. We were in somewhere, Ocean City.
Okay.
And so I just sent her a free box of all the pens I had in stock just so that she can boost her sales for that weekend. She didn't ask for it. She probably doesn't even remember me from
She
that beach.
absolutely remembers you, because she told me without knowing that I knew you. She absolutely she glowed with the fact that you sent them to her and that you were encouraging her in her
Yep.
business.
That gonna make me cry. Oh my
Oh,
God.
don't cry. It's good.
It's good.
Those are the things that we do. It brings such joy to us. And, we just hope that, when we're giving like that, that it brings a little bit of joy to the person receiving it,
We both celebrated on Thursday.
Oh,
I didn't even tell Channy about it yet, but we both celebrated on Thursday in her shop as she sat and got ready for her stitch night. I'm just saying, it's a great opportunity.
Ask her, she got them. Did she remember me? I'm like, I'm just doing this. No matter what she does with them,
right.
I figured to give her extra couple $100 her opening weekend. And so I just sent them. She didn't tell me she got them yet.
That's great.
Awesome.
Oh,
It's Gathering Yarns, Courtney, but I see your comment, the next group.
I thought about that. I was like, we need to do a yarn crawl in Maryland and make like a whole weekend of it.
Yeah.
Like for next year, right? Like going up to right before Maryland Sheep and Wool, make it a whole week. Yeah.
I think that's a great idea. Let me know.
Okay.
Let's figure it out. Let me know. I'll host. You can come to my house and stay if you want.
Okay.
I mean, I live an hour away, but we'll figure it out.
My son is there in DC now, so
yeah.
If we plan now, I think we can make a fabulous trip.
Absolutely. We might make maybe, Channy, the future of your retreats until the balances of everybody and their needs and wants. Maybe we just make traveling.
Well, that was one of my things today. Everyone's asking about the retreats. And the reason why we have not done a retreat is because there's a hospitality group called Kensington, which has partnered with all the Marriotts, Hiltons, Westons. They've taken that over after COVID to sell their space for them. So when you put in your RFP, like when I did Grandover, for example, I get a person, her name is Mia, Black lady. She says, "Okay, Chanel, how many you have coming? I'll give you this room for $500 for the whole weekend." Okay. I went back to the same people to get a show. I'm sorry, we're Kensington. We now handle this for whoever you used to talk to. It's $2,000 a day for a room. No, $5,000 a day for the room. $2,000 a day food. I'm like, well, I'm sorry, my guests need to be responsible for their food and eat whatever they want to eat. Well, then you can't have the room, so then you can't be here.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, well, can we get a room discount space and we can go to a local, like a store in Savannah, said, you guys can come here. I said, so can you just give me a block of rooms at a discount? No, we cannot. So every proposal I've put in for a room block, a banquet hall, whatever, is $7,000 to $10,000 just for that weekend. And you haven't even paid to register. You haven't even paid to get your hotel.
Right.
So that is why we don't have a date for the retreat for 2024.
So
gonna do traveling retreats by Channy.
Yeah, and look, Roz, remember what we were talking about last weekend? So we were at Natasha's birthday party, and it was at an event space in wherever we were on the other Atlanta. And we were like, oh, this would be great because there was an empty spot. We were like, that would be a perfect yarn store. And then there's a gathering place. And so then we could do like, you know, if there was a yarn store and we found an event space near there, just rent it out like for the day and, you know, add it on either like at the beginning, probably the beginning, right? And then we travel, we add a couple of days at the beginning, you know, near somebody's yarn shop, at the yarn shop, or, you know, a 1-day rental of a space.
Well,
and then go to the yarn event and like, yeah.
But if we can partner with a yarn shop, we
Mm-hmm.
can rent their space out.
Mm-hmm.
We can put our classes there. We can shop for our supplies there.
Mm-hmm.
We can get a hotel. We can walk there, and then we're giving them that business. So I think yarns can be the first.
If we do an event space for at least one night, even if we did get one, we could do like a, you know, fashion show. You know, we love a fashion show.
We gotta have a fashion.
Yeah, and then we.
Absolutely. Let's have a fiber party. Let's do it. Let's make it fiber, Channy P's traveling fiber retreats.
Sonic Lodges. Yep, let's do BOB, BYOB. Bring your
Y'all know I always come with a suitcase full of goodies.
Yeah.
Bottles on wheels. You know how
exactly. So I think if we do it in Maryland, selfishly because I'm from there.
I love Maryland.
Start with Gathering Yarns because I know her space is big.
Yes.
And everyone's in charge of their own room and board. Everyone's in charge of their food. We put our registration money towards her shop.
Yeah.
We shop her shop and we have our classes at her shop.
Mm-hmm.
Then we take road trips to Frederick to go to Magpie, all the other places we want to go to.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yarn
I like it.
Yes.
That idea. You're planning that. You're the planner.
I'm planning it, yeah. I want to do it in the spring because summers are busy because I need to start taking more vacations for myself. So we're on the road. Lynette and I, we out.
Yeah.
Okay?
Oh, no, I agree.
We out. So summer, vacation, be with your family, travel. You got to start reaping the benefits of your work. You can't just work and don't do nothing.
Yeah.
From
Absolutely. Let's put somebody posting. Let's put NOLA on the list.
Yes.
Listen,
yes.
the space we don't go, right?
New Orleans. I hate New Orleans. No,
you
That's
don't.
Because you haven't been with me.
Listen,
and me.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And Laverne.
Wait, what?
I'm gonna say Laverne. What? Laverne.
Oh, I was saying for the Fluffy Girl crew, I need spring and fall. Like
so spring,
summertime.
Spring. Gotta be like February, March is gonna be my free time. Summer is my vacation, family time. Fall is like our shows, and then work for me. October, November, and December. That's like when I dig into my work, like my real job.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to plan it for February, March, Maryland.
We better go with March because February the weather might not be so supportive in Maryland. Think about that. Unless you're bringing your snowshoes.
It was snowing when I went to see my son last year. I loved it because I had on like my sweater. You
get to wear your stuff.
You get to wear your stuff. So I'll put that on for that. I'll talk to Terry and we can figure that out. I think that'd be great for her shop.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay. New Orleans, somebody else can plan it. I'm not going to New Orleans. I don't want anything to do with New Orleans.
Oh God.
I can plan New Orleans 2025.
Okay.
I tagged Gathering Yarn, so I'm hoping that she's on or watching. I know she's in the shop. I'm going to go by there today and tell her about all this love that was expressed and that we plan to come to her shop. And I hope she's ready for us, right? Everybody is welcome.
What is Fleur de Stitch real name? What's her name?
Micah.
Thanks, Micah. I'm seeing all your posts. That's a good. I mean, if y'all plan and figure it out, I'll go.
I love no.
We know you will.
I'll plan it.
We know.
It's a very pleasant trip for you.
I do it. That's my toxic trait. I always say I don't want to do it, and then I do it. But
I'll be trying to plan it. She'd be like, I already booked it. I have my RFP out.
And she tell me all the time, Gemini season loading, right? You guys have no idea. We need to have Roz, right? We need to come on and have a post Hawaii.
Please do.
I didn't want to do nothing. When she was booking this stuff, I was like, do I have to get up at 7 o'clock and do all these excursions? Do I have to pay $100? I don't want to do any of this stuff. And we get there, I was like, oh my God, I'm so glad we did all.
Listen, don't get me started
about getting up at 7 o'clock in the morning. Because at the retreat, she's like, 7 o'clock, get your breakfast.
Thank you. Exactly. Give you any grief. Listen, y'all, why do I have a Hawaiian shirt that I have no pictures in? Don't get me started, because I got stories to tell. Hear me.
Roz, did you see my thing, Roz?
I need this. I need y'all this live. I need this. I need a post Hawaii live, please. Because the story.
I didn't want to do nothing. I didn't want to pay for all that stuff we did. I didn't want to do nothing. As soon as we get there, I'm like, get me everything in the store.
Until I'm gonna tease it up, right? Until we went to the Ritz-Carlton. Oh, you couldn't tell Boo nothing at the Ritz-Carlton. Hear me when I tell you, oh yeah, I could get used to this lifestyle. Oh, okay.
I'm not doing none of this stuff. I'm not paying $200 for this. I don't want to see no.
No, that Ritz-Carlton view, I was like, Sally Mae will never see a dime. This is beautiful.
Girl, stop playing. I know, right?
I came back and I was so depressed. I'm like, this.
I know. She was like, Georgia just ugly. It's ugly, Lynette.
I like the trees here are so ugly. These trees are ugly. The air is ugly. I don't like it no more.
Yes.
But I'll get the Georgia crew together when we get back from Chicago, and we'll do, or maybe we can do it. I'm be too tired in Chicago. So when I get back from Chicago, we'll do a Hawaii thing.
Yeah.
All right, back to Laverne. Spotlight back on Laverne.
Thank you.
Where are you going, Lynette? Where are you headed?
Home.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you pulled over. Thank you. We appreciate that.
Well, I probably shouldn't be driving and on live. And right.
No, I listen to my live while I'm driving on Saturdays. I do. I put it on, and I drive. I don't go on the live though.
But you
know,
listen.
I listen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Walmart, listen to y'all loud on speaker. Walmart. But okay, so Laverne, back on you. Spotlight is on you. So what have you pulled from this conversation? We're at 12 o'clock, and I do run.
Yeah.
So 2 hours.
Okay.
What are your takeaways?
Gosh. A lot. Like, I mean, I have notes on notes on notes. One, tips for improving my consistency. I'm gonna start planning for 2024 now, right? And then I am gonna, do better with my clubs for the rest of this year. I got to get back with for the custom colorways for the two of y'all. Then I also Kit, when we were talking about a lot.
Sorry, I gotta interrupt. I want my own colorway too.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. And I'm gonna make a dress, and it's gonna be fire, and I'm gonna post a picture. All right, keep going, Laverne.
Did y'all know my shirt? I just want to say.
Yes.
I knitted this.
Yes.
Yes,
sunshine.
Don't try to play me, Roz.
Oh yeah.
Why didn't you wear this in Hawaii?
I thought she didn't wear it.
No, she didn't wear it. I looked for it every day, and she didn't wear it. And I was like, she don't want us to see the tag that's in it from the store.
No.
I bought 5 dresses when I got to Hawaii. I bought 5 dresses.
That's my yarn. I saw her working on it. I saw it.
Don't try to play me, Roz. Don't.
So the next time we do this, Laverne, put this on your notes. We all gonna wear something with Laverne's yarn that we made.
Aww.
Okay.
And then
because there will be a next time.
We're gonna do quarterly clubs instead of monthly, but you'll get 4. You'll know what they are before they come. There'll be fades. Channy P and I are doing an embroidery thing, and I got to research SUVs and tow packages. So yes, I have lots of notes.
Okay, let me just say this. Also, dyers think if you don't use their yarn, you don't love it. And I just want to say it's quite the opposite. Okay. Did I say this before in the live? I don't remember, but I'm just going to say it again. I went to Laverne's house, right? And Laverne always gives me stuff, which I always give her stuff too, but every time I see her, she's like, here. I was like, no, can you sell this? Don't give it to me because I have all your stuff. It's in a shrine. She goes, you don't like my yarn? Y'all, I almost cried. I was like, what are you talking about? I have a glass box of your yarn. I don't want to touch your yarn. I don't want to mess up your yarn. That is like when people get cars, they just sit them in their driver's thing. They don't touch it. They just look at it. That's what her yarn was. I take pictures of it all the time. Never used it. So I had to make this top to show her that I love her yarn. And I had to show Roz that I can knit. I don't know why I'll be tripping. And so I made this tank top, which is gorgeous. But Hawaii, I lost my mind, Roz. I'm sorry. I went to the swap meet and bought 3 dresses. I don't even remember buying all that. Then the outfit I went to wear to the Ritz, I bought another dress to wear to that. So they showed up in their stuff, and my dress, which was going to match them, I didn't wear. I bought a whole new dress. Then I bought another. I mean, I lost my mind in Hawaii. Okay?
It's so good, though. Y'all deserve it.
But this is nice. This is a very nice, beautiful. So
so
I have one request, Laverne.
Yes.
This is me. This is not Rosalind, your friend. This is your customer. So on your website, is it possible to put what you have on hand? Like, you know how you can list what you already dyed that you have on hand?
So yeah, sort of. So it's kind of sort of like that now. So basically, I have my quantities that are already dyed.
Oh, the ones that are available are the ones that are dyed.
So okay, so every color that you can get is out there. If I have it, then I put like, okay, so let's say peach, right? If I have 5 peach skeins in DK, I have that count in there. But you can order 6. It's just going to tell you that one of them is a pre-order.
Oh, got you. Okay. Sorry, that was a customer question.
No, that's okay. Because I was doing that, but then it's like, if I only have listed the stuff that I have, I don't want to do 2 listings for and what would be pre-order, what I have to dye. That's
okay.
Confusing for me.
So you can place an order and half of it will be, you have to dye and half of it you have.
Yeah.
I can attest. She's very good. She will follow through. Because I bought the Advent at Christmas, right? Mm-hmm. And there was a couple challenges. Laverne worries about challenges. I don't. It's yarn. I don't care. As long as I get it, it don't even matter, right?
Press out.
But there was a couple of challenges, and she works through it with you. So I say go to her site, or everybody, go order something today. Just because. Let's show her some more love. Let's give her what I already suggested. Go buy something. I will. She wasn't ready for that, was she?
No, she wasn't. I want to do a home shopping like walkthrough. I need to come to your house and do some hands-on. Your yarn and certain yarns. Haynes House is one of them too, where I don't like to order all the time online. I do like to touch bright yarns when they're bright, because I want to see, and then the different bases that you have, I like to see them in person. Yeah. When I had to help you for the show, I felt like a crackhead. I was like, woo, it was so hard. Yeah. It was so hard. Tanita kept calling to make sure I didn't have any in my purse. But I need,
because when I walked in, like, what in the yarn mania is this?
I need a Busy Peach pop-up. Like, when you come to my house, if you want to bring some samples, I ain't gonna hold it against you. If you want to come.
No, in my garage Thanksgiving, because Lynette is coming. Lynette is staying with me.
And I'm coming to your party, Roz, unless you tell me not to. Yeah, I gotta make reservations. I gotta find some place to stay, but I'm coming. I mean, what else am I doing, right?
Just like South Georgia. I need some place to stay myself. Shit, that's like an hour and 40
minutes.
You
stop it. It's not that far. Just put some music on. Play some Leo and Ludacris and make it down here.
Listen, my house, and then I'll drive us down there.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
See,
so
Laverne,
me and Lynette can pick you up. See how it is? How she just gotta get
switched it that quick on you.
No, me and Lynette will pick you up. You hop in the car, okay? You ride. Why you gotta drive all the time? Why you can't ride?
And control issues. No, I'm kidding.
You ain't kidding.
Oh, you ain't kidding.
You ain't kidding. I'm glad New York happened. She had to ask for help, and we were there.
Exactly. And we get ready to be there for some other things, whatever
Yep.
is next, because the evolution
Jenny,
of
meeting somebody at 12 o'clock. You're late. It's you supposed
the
don't be trying. No,
I
don't
hope
try
they on the live and they know where she at and why she late. Hello?
don't try to run my schedule. Hello?
Look, because we're here for the evolution of at Busy Peach, right?
Yes.
All right. Yeah.
Yes. So you better get that vision board to working, because the supporting
The vision board, we need to see some more artwork, okay? We need to see some more panels, some more painting.
right.
You know what? When I go, I'm gonna come up there to the Croc store. I'm gonna swing by your place or meet you wherever. Just text you when I'm done. I will get a poster board while I'm out.
Okay.
Today.
Okay. I'm gonna get this kit. I'm gonna get this sample stuff together and send it to you and see if it's any organic yarn in it.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So guys, I'm gonna save this. Have more questions for Laverne. This was the Busy Peach Takeover. She's on the hot seat, y'all. But we love her. We are inspired by her. I love her brain. I call her a lot when she's just started answering since last Thanksgiving.
Look at Courtney shopping, talking about what is that purple behind you. Really?
Courtney's purple.
See, Courtney understood the assignment. Order something from Laverne today. You ain't got to order, but
And so
show her some.
It's going to be on sale. We decided, so you need to go and shop her store. But we're also going to put together some stuff to get us to Texas.
Yes.
And going to come see us at DFW. And we both have tickets that we can give away to people for free. So let us know.
To work. No.
So somebody said, list all. What'd you say?
In exchange for work, we need booth babes. Channy needs a booth babe. I need a booth babe.
So let me put these names down. Busy Peach, Lynette, right?
Yes.
Why is not popping up? Why doesn't it populate?
What you trying to do?
Post everybody's Instagram.
It shows at the top.
Click at the top.
So how come they can't see it?
So hold on. No, click everybody at the top. Everybody's listening. Click at the top where it says Channy Peace Corner, and then at the bottom it'll show up down below, and you can follow the four of us, and then you can follow whoever you've been chatting with in the comments too. So click at the top. Yep. And then when it shows up at the bottom, you should be able to click follow right there on the screen.
And DFW, is it 17? Is it the 14th to the 17th?
17th, yes. September 14th through 17th. I think we set up on the 14th. I think there are some classes on the 14th also. And registration is open for classes. And then the 15th is what's that, Thursday? Friday is the 15th, classes, show, market, Saturday, Sunday, classes, market. So.
Okay, real quick. Lynette, where are you going? What shows are you doing for the rest of the year? Because you're not going to be at DFW.
I don't think so, but I don't know. Laverne's offer to ride with her might convince me to fly to Atlanta and just drive. I'm just saying, it's in my back of my mind and be her booth babe. I can make something by then. Anyway, that's another story. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, listen, and I will accept.
What about me? Okay,
you flying. You're not driving.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we could have planned it and made a girls trip out of it. I'm just saying we need to think about that.
Okay.
Rosalind, what do you got planned? What are you doing? Jamaica? Where are you going for the rest of the year? I know. What you doing?
She ain't let me answer that question, Ross, but go on.
Well, you want to talk about what you going to do with Laverne? Ain't nobody want to hear about that. What you going to do?
See the love? Y'all see the love, right? Go on, Ross.
Go ahead, boo. What else you doing? You want to drive with Laverne?
Gemini season is loading.
She flipped on you? I'm just saying. You've been warned.
I don't want to hear nothing she got to say. She's not doing it with me. I don't want to hear.
Dang.
You're not driving.
Okay, well, let's not show our family problems on live.
I know.
Okay?
I'm not doing nothing with nobody.
I know, right? You feel the pressure now, don't you?
I'm just sitting here doing my test.
Yeah,
test number 3.
Don't be afraid of the Gemini. I promise you. She gonna flip in a few minutes and we'll be friends again. How we roll. Don't be afraid.
Rosalind, you're not going to any of the fall shows? What are you doing for the rest of
Rhinebeck. That's the only fall show I'm doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's Rhinebeck Lynette's coming up.
Yeah.
And I'm just doing a bunch of tests right now. This is for Melanated Boho Babe. I'm working on this with
She's
Nick.
on here. She's on here.
Is she? Oh, she's on birthday.
Her.
Yeah. So then I'm working on that. And then I got a pattern coming out July 1st. My pattern's coming out, Rose Wrap. So all testers are finished. Just finishing up the pattern, gonna load it up.
Is
So
that beautiful wrap you had on when we were in Hawaii?
yeah, that was the wrap. Yeah.
Okay, everybody go check out Rose's pictures, right? Because they're
It's
amazing.
coming. And so I had some great testers. So I really appreciate all the support. This is not really my ministry, but pattern writing is a trip. But it's been a nice experience. So
It's gorgeous. It's really gorgeous.
thank you.
I do have an event. Thank you, Channy, for letting me say it. I appreciate it. I think we back on the other side of Gemini. I can talk now. I am vending on August the 26th, I believe, at in Alexandria at a festival. So we'll be in Old Town Alexandria on the 26th. There's only one Old Town Alexandria in Virginia. There's only one event. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. I'll post it when I get to there. You'll see me. I'll start to post as we get closer because I'm going to post the stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you, Channy. I appreciate you for letting me speak.
Post your yarn room. And your
girl, y'all not ready. Because I just looked at my yarn from the Advent calendar the other day. I got to make a dress, and I was trying to figure out the colors to put into it.
It's like your living room, Laverne. It's like she's a yarn dyer. And she got up.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, no, I could open my own store. I thought about doing that. Maybe I'll do a live one day with that, and I'll just show you my room.
She
a blink.
has more yarn than some yarn stores that I've been into.
Yeah, I got more than that Haynes house at the moment at Gathering Yarn. I was there yesterday.
You don't have to
but
that.
Or apparently that yarn store in Hawaii, huh?
Oh yeah, definitely more than the yarn store in Hawaii. Right, Roz? Yeah. I'm just saying.
Almost lost my life over some yarn.
But you know, Roz is your person, right? Because I don't know if you guys have heard her story about the midnight yarn crawl, right? She had to go, her husband had to sit in the car, leave it running, run up the stairs to this house in New York. That's for another day on live. Channy got to go. I'm going to stop now.
People can wait for me. I'm a Gemini. Wait.
Listen.
Oh, that's right.
Girl, just kidding. Girl, you on here. No, my friend, this is my neighbor, my dance mom friend. She's not on here, but
oh my goodness.
Okay.
When you save it, tag me as a collaborator so I can put it on both on my page.
Do I know how to do that?
Lord, yes.
God. Okay.
That's pressure.
It's too much. And please don't let me lose this. Y'all should have screen recorded the whole thing.
No, listen. Do you need instructions?
I'll do it.
Okay.
Y'all ain't never gonna see this live again.
I hope y'all remember this, okay? I took over. That don't mean I'm gonna save it, tag. I'm not doing that. I don't have no pictures. I don't have no music. Can you send us out with your music?
Hold
you
on,
even have the music?
Yeah, okay, yes. I got the music. Hold on.
Okay, send us out. Thank you, everyone, for joining in with this Busy Peach Takeover. We got my boo Lynette. We got Roz, who's pretending to cry, and she knows she ain't sensitive. Whatever. She ain't sensitive at all.
Busy Peach in the hand. Oh, there we go.
Hey.
We need a line dance. We need a Busy Peach line dance.
Oh. I'm going to get Mr. Larry to make one for us.
We need a TikTok.
Yes. Yes. Okay, y'all.
Thank you, Laverne.
Bye. Have a good weekend, ladies. Bye, everyone.
I'm about to save this. Don't worry. I'm going to tag you.
Okay.
Okay, so what do I do? Hit the X? Oh, God. The pressure. I'm hitting the X. Okay. Busy Peach. Busy Peach.